Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Cooper live stream. Today we're gonna just be going over a little bit of yesterday, and then going into the checking out what the Battle Box has to say about today. Hope y'all are doing well. Looks like Terry's here. He's doing good, ready to learn. So yeah, we'll just head right into it. Looks like yesterday we got a actually we kind of broke up yesterday. So after the live stream, we had started to break down, and then that news came out about 9. And I guess like reading up to it, everybody thought it was going to be a pretty good news event, so it kind of took off. And then we actually ended up holding that level for the rest of the day, going somewhat sideways. Nothing really to trade with the battle box. Yeah, nothing really you could have took with the battle box, but interesting news event, and then just really sideways price action. If you want to hear more about it, you can go ahead and check out our daily recap for yesterday. See that one. That is. Yeah. We'll just head on over, get our battle box going. Always a weird week when Monday is a holiday. That's the other thing too, is yesterday was probably more of a Monday anyways, just because Monday we had a holiday, so a lot of people didn't trade. So they ended up, when Monday comes around, it's kind of treated like a, or when Tuesday comes around, sorry, it's kind of treated like a Monday. We'll go ahead and turn off all of our lines here. Not sure that one is. All right, sweet. And then get all those screenshots. So start at the 4 hour, double click them all. And we'll get that screenshot. That's one. 1 hour screenshot. If you don't have a screenshot, it's Windows key, Shift, and S, and then you just click and drag. If you're on Windows. Next up, 15-minute. And then we'll move on to the 5. Awesome. So we got them all in there. The next thing we'll do, so check it out. I got all 4 of my screenshots lined up right here. 2, 3, 4. 4 hour, 1 hour, 15-minute, and 5-minute. If you want to do this by yourself, it is pretty easy to see up here, and you can always ask questions to the AI as well. It should be able to help you out, kind of figure out like maybe what you're doing wrong, or what you need to get. What even you can even ask it like, well, why would I use the FRBP levels, or like why would I use the 30-minute range? And it'll help you get some more information on all of that. But yeah, you could also just follow me on the live. We'll be setting it up kind of like this every day. So the next thing we'll need is those FRVP levels. So head back to our trading view, and we'll go to the 1 hour for this. And I'm going to get rid of this pattern here because it definitely didn't play out. And then the next thing we'll do is we'll go from those crosshairs down 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you click over and go to the fixed range volume profile. And then we're going to go to 7 o'clock yesterday. So yesterday was the 2nd, so we'll go to the 2nd at 7 o'clock. And then to today at 7 as well. And that'll give us our 24-hour range. So if you want to go ahead and turn those on, we'll just drag them right up to here. And if you don't already have these lines, it's just Alt J if you want to throw one array like this on here. And you can also go over to the left hand side where all your tools are and click the lines out, and then it's called the ray, or it's called the horizontal ray. That's what I'm using. You could use array, but horizontal ray will just stay horizontal. If you just use array, you can really do it any direction that you want. But yeah, we'll just get these lined up, and then we'll go back to our AI, our battle box. And what I like to do is I like to type in FRVP levels. And then I'll do a space, and then I'll type in, well, first we'll start with the 24-hour, and we'll do volume area high, POC, and volume area low. And then we'll do morning, and then all the same levels. So you can just go ahead and copy and then paste those levels right below morning, or paste the volume area high, POC, and volume area low, or just VAL, POC, and VAH. And then what we'll do is we'll go back to trade view, and we're going to click on our lines that we just put on here. Make sure that they're all lined up. So red should be the volume area high, yellow should be your POC, and blue should be your volume area low. Then you just click on them, click settings, and when to go to the coordinates tabs if you're not already there. And then you click copy. So you can either right click on it and say copy, or what I like to do is just do Control C. And then you'll just head back to trading view and just paste it right in the corresponding one. So right now we're working with 24 hours, so I'll paste that on the 24-hour volume area high. Then we'll move back to trade view, and we'll do the same thing for the other two. So copy, go back and paste, and copy this one and then paste it in the thing. And then next we'll move to morning. So it's going to be the same, we'll use the same FRVP thing, but I'm going to go ahead and turn off my 24-hour ones and turn on my morning lines. And I like to make them different colors so it's easy to differentiate. And then we'll grab the back part here that was on 7 yesterday, and we're going to drag it to 3 o'clock this morning. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're just going to do the simple click and drag again, trying to line them up. And you don't have to be super exact at the beginning, you can kind of zoom in. Just get them kind of on the general area. Like the yellow one I got pretty good. Alright, so sweet. We got our different levels here. We got them on there, and then we're just going to click and go to settings, coordinates, copy, and then we'll go back to our morning and paste it right in there. And do that same with the other two lines. So copy, back to our battle box and paste, and back to trade view. Same thing, copy, oops, copy, and paste it. So we got all our levels in there, our FRVP levels. And then the last thing that we'll grab, at least for the text part, is I like to shift enter a couple times to get down on another line. And I'll type in 30-minute candle. Let's actually make sure you type 3. And then I'll go down one and say high. Down to the next line, low. And then it'll be kind of the same scenario, so we'll head back to trade view. You can take your lines off to make it a little easier to see. Don't need this FRVP level anymore either. Head to the 30-minute, and then we're just gonna hover over this 730 bar. So for me, it's gonna be this white one right here, and then you're gonna, well, and should, if you're doing this today, it should be white for you too, I guess, or red at least for you as well. So you hover over it, and then right at the top on my screen, it'll be right under where it says Cabrota. You got the H and C, and then there's some numbers next to them, and those will be the high and the low. So the high is going to be 111,827. So we'll just head back to our chat GPT and type that in. So 111,827. Oops. 827. And then our low is going to be 110,966. 110,966. So we got all our levels on there now. We got our 30-minute. And then the last thing that we'll do is, and I'm not going to show this on the stream, but we're going to head to cryptocraft.com. And then we are going to go to today. So we're in September. We're on the 3rd. So we'll click on September 3rd. And then we're just going to screenshot all of the things for today. So it looks like at 9 we have another moderately high impact news event coming out. I can show you that. So it'd be this one right here. See how it's kind of orange. The yellow means it's a medium to light impact, so it's not something that I'm particularly worried about. But this is going to be a medium impact, so we'll see how that, or medium to high impact, so we'll see how that is. If it's red, that's one you really want to watch out for. So we got those levels in there. We got our picture on there. And then the last thing you can do is your weekly FRVP levels. We're not going to do that on the stream, but if you want to go get those, you're more than welcome to. If you need help figuring out how to do it, you just go ahead and ask the GPT or the battle box, and it will help you out. Sweet. So we will send those in and see what the market review says for today. Sometimes it likes to think longer on the answers or on the questions. We did have a nice drop, that 730 candle. Be interesting to see what it says, because we did kind of like do that spike up yesterday, and then we kind of just flagged out after that, which almost is a flat top with a rising bottom, which is typically a upside break. Saw one of those. We could be going all the way up to 114 area. That'd be pretty nice. And we are actually kind of breaking our downtrend, because we were coming down here. Kind of created our pattern. We were talking about it right here, and then we ended up pretty much breaking that. Although it did respect it, which is interesting, because it did break it, but I guess it did create some bullish divergence there by coming down like that. It didn't come down low enough to kind of negate the divergence. It's like on the chart we got this flat to down a little bit, and then on the RSI here we got almost an uptrend here. I guess it is really from here too. Just interesting. So we'll kind of see where it goes from here, especially is respecting this level. So this is a weekly level we were talking about. Believe yesterday we were talking about it. So this 108,400. We also covered it, I believe, in the one of the recaps recently. But this is a pretty strong level. That along with, I believe it was 110,400 area. Also pretty pretty strong resist or support here. So we got that daily recap coming up. We'll go to the 4 hour. We'll kind of just go over it time frame by time frame, and then I'll kind of go back to the battle box and we'll look at the rest of kind of what's happening inside the market review. But for now, we'll start with the 4 hour. So we got price rebounding off the 109K shelf, and it's pushing into a decline MA cluster. So we got that bounce at, I mean, it's really talking about this like 109K bounce here, but really kind of came down, bounced here. And you can really see that divergence right here. So on the 4 hour that I was talking about right a minute ago, we almost just got a bigger version of that, for lack of a better name, the printer. So you got this basically a higher low and then a lower low, but on the RSI, you do the same spots. You got almost a even, a little slightly up, but almost even trend here. So you almost got like a higher low, or at least an even low, whereas the chart is showing a low and then a lower low, which gives us some pretty major bullish divergence, and then we end up breaking right off of that. And then we did get this nice curl of 221 right under us. We're kind of moving up through these different moving averages. We're still below the 200 EMA, so we're coming up towards it. Momentum's improving. We're still facing overhead supply structures. Corrective bounce needs a clean break above value high to indicate a bear flag risk, or invalidate bear flag risk. So overall, we're looking pretty decent on the 4 hour. We had a nice bounce here. We're just waiting for it to kind of break that. Really, we're looking for the break of this high here. Typically, when you see this kind of pattern, if it's going to play out, then we need to break this level here. Or actually, let me draw it with. There we go. So if we don't end up coming up and breaking above this pattern, then it's really not really showing any kind of bullish signs. So that's what we're looking for, is that 113 range, 113, 100 ish. The next step, we'll go to the 1 hour. So it's 1 hour sideways to up, local MA bundle with higher lows building, prices oscillating around value. The volume area high cluster is just ahead in the pivot. So we'll turn back on our lines, just kind of see where we're talking about. So as you can see, you can kind of see that pattern that I was talking about earlier. So we got this upwards trend here, and then we got a flat top really at both the volume area highs kind of right here for the 24 in the morning session. So we're kind of slowly building a flag up, and then we're looking for that takeoff upwards, which I said will put us about 114, which is definitely above where we want to be at that 113 level. That is something though, if it ends up going up and we're taking that up trade, we're going to kind of watch this 113 level to see if we get that break before continuing up to the end of the flagpole. Because that is a possible area we could see some downtrend on it. So there's a flagpole at 114 basically. So we're looking for a little over half that before we see any kind of resistance. That's really it for the 1 hour. You got MACD kind of showing that we're going to curl back up. It was oversold, or it was having some sell pressure, and we kind of started to get some more, but now we're continuing to curl back up. You got RSI about medium, a little above it in the overbought area, but we do look to be flipping bullish. Really, it's more neutral though right now, neutral bullish. So we'll see how that one goes. And then you got stoaches, which not something I'd be super worried about, especially on the 1 hour. It's more of a big time frame for stoaches to really have any kind of hold on it. But we're looking for that breakup. All right, that looks like it's kind of gonna break down, so we're not really too worried about that. But that is more of a bearish indicator as of right now. So we'll kind of see the next couple candles to kind of tell us which way we're going to flip on both the MACD and the RSI. And then we'll kind of see what we're going to do with this pattern here. So next we got that 15-minute. On the 15-minute, we got that same pattern. We got our battle box says compression is near the POC, so right here in this area with all three of them. Pullbacks are holding the MA bundle with fading thrust at highs, needs confirmation close beyond triggers for continuation. So we got these three different lines here. We got 4 different lines here. 4 of our MAs. And then we got our 200. We did get that break below the 21 here, but we have recovered it, and we almost broke it here, but we did recover it again. So we're sitting on top of the 21, which is good for price action. We're kind of looking for that break and retest of really the top of our flag pattern to continue up to that 13K level. Then that will kind of give us that confirmation that we are going to continue through this pattern and not end up falling out and breaking back down. But we do need to hold that 21, continue to stay above it. Or at least if that fails, we are looking at this angle level here really to hold, because if this doesn't hold, then we're kind of looking for more of a breakdown. Which is, I would say, is probably pretty close to these, the POC, 24-hour POC, and then the volume area low, warning volume area low kind of level. Looking for that. If it breaks down here, that's kind of, if it breaks that and we get that retest, that's kind of showing us, hey, we're actually going to break down at least for a little bit here. Possibly break down out of this pattern, ruin it, we'll see. For the 5-minute, we got a quick wick up with the rejection back to the MA stack, short-term momentum cooled. So the bearish cross and RSI pullback, execution time frame favors patience until confirmation. So we had that wick up here. We pulled back, broke back down, retested that POC area, kind of like we were just talking about, and then we broke back up through the MAs, and we're kind of still standing below the 21, so we're looking, we're kind of watching, making sure it's not just gonna kind of bounce, or even create like a 21 and 200 kind of flag here, because that could show possible downside. MACD is looking like we're turning bullishly. RSI here is starting to curl up, flatten out. We'll see if we get that curl up, kind of take off. And then stoaches are kind of really neutral right now. We are technically bullish as of this second, but it kind of looks like it's going to curl sideways. So we'll kind of see what happens there. And then you do have this double hump, which typically means you're going to dump back down. So we will see what happens with that one. The next couple candles kind of tell us a little bit more with that one. So yeah, overall, we're really kind of just looking for that break to one side of our spectrum. So I'm thinking we get that breakdown of this 24 POC slash the volume area low right here. Get that breakdown here, retest, and then we're looking for that downside trade where we get that break up here and then a retest, and with some confirmation that's going to continue up, and we get that upside trade to at least 13, possibly to 14K. Let's see what else the battle box had to say on the DMR. So you got these different levels here. Y'all can check these out. We will post them on our X account later, so check out that if you're interested in the levels. And then we got the trade strategy outlook. So we're looking for that breakout trigger of the 111.480 zone, the 15-minute close back hold test. So the 111.480, that's going to be around that. That's going to be around that volume area high, either the 24-hour or the morning one. Both of them are kind of the same spot. We're looking for that break above that retest, like I was just talking about, and then the breakdown trigger below 111. So it's actually saying, yeah, pretty close to that POC area that I was just talking about. If we get that breakdown retest there, then we'll be looking to the downside. One thing I guess, yeah, is to be leery of that JOLTS job opening because it is expected to be a little higher risk, at least for impact on the market. We got some execution considerations to the volume overlap, or value overlap and question intraday swings, normal to low volume, chop risk until a catalyst expansion. So we're kind of looking for that move either way. We're not really worried about what's happening in the middle. It's kind of chop. Confirmation model, normal size. So it's saying don't put a ton of money into it if you're going to try to trade the chop. Really, we're looking for that breakout either way. And then you got the different EMO levels, so you can put those into your chart if you're looking for those different levels. Next, we'll do the battle plan. So let's type build a battle plan. So it most likely will kind of say what we've already been talking about. We'll kind of see what we get. So you got that bull breakout. Same trade we're talking about. If it breaks that upper volume area high level and retests, then we're looking for that continuation. It's saying our targets are going to be, all right, well, it's actually throwing some smaller targets. So we got 112 is our first target, and then we got 111.8 is our first target, 30-minute high. So really that little wick, if you check out trade and view this wick here on this candle, that's kind of what we're looking for, is that top of that wick right there. And then 112 is just a big number, so that's what it's looking at next. And then 112.300 area is kind of the level, yeah, it's saying top. I would say if we break that level, we'll probably look up a little higher, 113, but it is good, I guess, to have some levels kind of in the middle in between those to kind of be watching. So as we break up, we're kind of watching to see if we have any kind of resistance or weakness through those levels. That would indicate maybe we're not going to make it to that 113 level. If we do end up losing the 111.450 on a 15-minute close, so if we break up above and then we come back through that volume area high and close below it on the 15-minute, then that's time to get out. For the breakdown, we got the same level that we were talking about, that 111. So this POC is down here. If we get that breakdown of those POCs with a close and then a retest, and RSI is less than 50, we'll be looking for that execution, get in. 110,966 was our first level, so like right below it. Excuse me, kind of on that upwards where our pattern kind of is. So we're looking to break that pattern. If we don't break it, then it's a good time to just take some money. And then next is that 110,400 level. So right at this 24 volume area high, or volume area low, sorry. That'd be the next level we're looking for. And then if we really get that stretch, we'll be looking at 112,250. So yeah, we're kind of looking for, if we don't break this pattern right here, then we're kind of looking to take it off. And if we end up breaking that, we'll come down to here. And then we're looking for see if it breaks here or not. More than likely, just take it off right at that line anyways. If we do end up reclaiming the 111.50 area, it's like right above the POCs. If we come back up and get a 15-minute close, that'll be our exit as well. That'd be our it's just time to get out, and there's no point sitting in this. So next thing we kind of cover in the battle plans, I got those enemy fire zones. So those are kind of the levels we talked about between the different targets and stuff on here. Volatility, you got to watch out for that 9 o'clock jolts, possible high impact. Expect some basically like 30 minutes before and 30 minutes after of the window. Actually, it's saying maybe just 15 minutes before and after. It kind of depends on what you're thinking, but it's really up to you. It's just something to be leery of, I guess. Does have that 9 o'clock meeting, so it's something to watch out for. We got that normal volume bias, so we're waiting for the 15-minute closes beyond triggers. If low volume persists, we'll have an optional reduced sized early 5-minute entries with tight stops. So basically, if we're still low volume as we start to break out of that, then it's kind of like a watch, like get in, reduce your size of your trades, and then play it safe kind of thing. Like get out fast, maybe faster than you normally would, because because it's still pretty risky. We'll keep fast partials, job conditions, and we didn't provide the FRVP, so it's saying be cautious of the macro walls. Spirit Maker asked if there's any news today. There is some news. There's some news at 9 o'clock. We got that Jolts like job thing or something. It's on cryptograph.com. It says it's like a medium impact or medium to high impact. So just something to watch for. That's at 9. So we should start seeing some volatility from that. You're coming up pretty soon, probably next 10-20 minutes. But yeah, really, we're just waiting for it to kind of tell us which way it's going to go, which break either above the volume area highs or below the POCs / volume area low here. And whichever way it breaks, we'll kind of be looking for that retest and trade to the corresponding side. But yeah, hopefully y'all are having a good trading day. Make sure you check out those levels. They'll be on X. If you don't want to miss them, every day the stream's happening, we'll have the levels getting posted on there. So make sure you follow our X account, as well as we'll have some new history of Bitcoin video coming out on Friday. So make sure you check that out as well, especially if you're interested in learning a little bit more about Bitcoin. And then we'll have another live tomorrow at 8. So I hope to see y'all there. Maybe we'll all be excited because we just made a trade. It's actually taking off a little here, trying to break above that 24-hour line right now. So we're looking for that close. But yeah, hopefully y'all have a good day. I will catch you all tomorrow. Happy trading. I'll see y'all.